I'd like to show you now how to set up an event. So we're going to go back to our dashboard and we're going to scroll down to see the Pro Event section. And here we're going to click on Add Edit. This will take us to a form to fill out to set up our event. Now again, I mentioned before with the facilities is we really try to make this to be forms driven so that we guide you through the information that you need to set up in order to set up your event. So in setting up an event, there are 4 different tabs for this form. So I just want to point that out because a lot of people think they can just go and fill out the first one and then they're done. So you do need to make sure you look at all the 4 tabs here. So the first thing we'll do is we'll set up our community. So we'll figure out which community we want to associate this with. And so we're going to use Fort Wainwright for now. And I'm going to put in an event title. So I'm going to show you how to set up a story time. And then I'm going to choose a category. So this is going to go into our libraries. Page type, we have 2 different choices. There's event or promo. And the only difference between these are an event has a specific date, time, and location associated with it. And a promo is more of just like an advertisement or something you want to highlight. So we're going to choose the event. You can hide the dates or times. You can add messages. So lots of options within here. And we guide you through what they are. If you wanted to show a video instead of a static image in your event, then you can just put the URL in here, and then you can choose to replace the image with the video. Next, you want to associate your facility. So if you click on Select Page, this will take us to our sitemap, and in the sitemap we can specify which page or which facility this is associated with. So this is associated with our library. And we do want to feature this event on the library page. You can then choose up to 5 additional facility pages that you want to advertise this event on. So again, we'll just click on that and it'll take us to our sitemap. And because this is a story time, maybe we want to associate it with the school age center. And maybe we also want to associate it with parent and outreach services. And any other additional pages that we want to. Next, when we keep scrolling, we come to the home page. And you should always choose to advertise your events on your home page because there's up to 18 events that can be showcased there. And so chances are it'll have an opportunity to show on your page. And so you should always just choose to have it on your home page. But do be careful that you don't accidentally choose the garrison above or below you. That has happened from time to time, so I want to just make sure that you're careful about that. The reason why you can actually choose any garrison here is that we do have garrisons who are doing cross-marketing, and so they want to have the opportunity to showcase their event on others' pages. If you were to do that, please do check with the marketing manager of the other garrison before you do that. Next, you can choose an image to go with your event, and so we're going to click on Choose File. So this is another way we reach the file manager. So the first way was the dashboard. Second was when you're setting up a facility page, and now when we're setting up an event. So it works the same way. You can put a keyword in, you can search. If you want to upload your own file, you can do that. You just click on Choose File, and then it'll guide you through how to set up that file. So it'll just take you to your file structure, just like you would with any other application. You'll choose that file, and then we'll prompt you to put in some keywords. And we really encourage you to do that and to name the file something that's representative of what it is. So again, if you were to go searching, then you would be able to find it as well as other people might be able to take advantage of it. So this image looks like it might be a good representation, but if we're not sure what that looks like, let's click on View, and we can see the image in a larger format. So we'll go ahead and we'll choose this file. And now that's going to be associated with our particular event. If you have promo text you want to put over it, you can. You can see here because we chose the library, it pre-filled in some of our content information, which saved us some time. Now we have the option to put in some event tags, and this is a great opportunity to help with the searching. So you really do want to spend some time in putting in your keywords. All right. Then if you have a cost or registration associated with it, you can fill out that information here. And again, this is the same text editor that we saw when we were setting up the facility pages, so pretty easy to use. And you can use your contact information. If you have web track, you can put that in here. Now let's go ahead and let's scroll back to the top because we have those 3 additional tabs we have to fill out. So we'll click on dates. Now we want to add the date of this event. So you just click on add date. It automatically defaults to today's date. Click within there and then you get the calendar. So let's say this event is going to start on the 23rd and it starts at 10 a.m. and it's going to end at 11 a.m. Now if I wanted to make this an all-day event, I could say yes to that and it would just ignore these times. If you had a multi-day event, you can just group dates together, and I'll show you that in a moment. You can change the status of your event. If you don't have an end time, you can specify that here. An example of this would be if you have a race and you're not exactly sure when it's going to end, then you can show the start time but not necessarily an end time. And then you come to recurrence. And so this is something that happens on a weekly basis, so we want to set the recurrence to weekly. Whenever you do set a recurrence, then you have to put in an end date. So just click on in the folder there, and you will get the calendar, and you can specify an end date. It can be pretty far into the future, but we do require you to put an end date so that you do update your facility, or I'm sorry, your event from time to time. Okay, then we go to exclude dates. So in this case, this is a Monday event, and we do have some holidays. So the first holiday we have is Memorial Day. So we don't want this to appear on our calendar for that day. Let's add another day, and so we also have July 4th on a Monday, and we'll add a third day because we have Labor Day on a Monday. And so we want to make sure that people know that our facility is not open and this event will not be happening on those days. And then we're going to go to post. And here's where you write the description about your event. So the first area here, this is just a very short description. Great stories for ages 3 to 4 years. And this is when you hover over the event, you'll just see a quick little teaser copy. That's what this is here. And then you get into all the details. And just to save time, I'm just going to put some gobbledygook in here. But knowing that this is where you want to put the details. And again, this is the same text editor that we've been seeing all along, so you can format that information any way you want. So now that we've completed those 4 tabs, we can now add this event. Okay, so it's working. We can see it churning up here. And once it's added, it'll take us into this list view, and we can see the last event that we just added. Now this is, I'm an administrator, so I'm seeing a lot of events here. You will just see your own. So if you want to see a preview of your event, you would just click on the title, and it will show a preview of what that event looks like. So here's our image, the date, our time, and our detailed information about that event. So here it's tempting if you want to go back and edit to click on this here, but this is actually to edit the page, not the event. So you don't want to use that. You actually want to use your browser back button. And then I'll take you back to the list view. So from here we can just see some details about our event, and then we have some icons over to the left. So we can go back and we can edit this event. That'll take us right back to that same form. We can duplicate this event. That'll allow us to make another copy of this event and make some changes. So it's great if you have another event that's pretty similar. It can save you some time by duplicating, just make the changes that you need to. You can remove this event, you can cancel it, and you can approve it. So if you're an approver, this is what you'll do. Click on the check mark and fill out the content here. So you'll change the status to approved. You can put in a publish date. Now if you leave this blank, it'll publish automatically, which means within the next 2 hours it'll be live on your website. Same thing with expiration date. If you ignore this, then it's automatically going to expire and come down on the end of the day of the event. So you can leave these blank if you want to, but if say you were doing this early and you didn't want to publish it until maybe a couple weeks out, you can specify that. And then you would just click on update status and that would approve your event. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cancel this for now. I don't want to approve it yet, quite yet. So let's go in and let's make some changes to this particular event. So I'm going to click on Edit this event. And I just want to point out here how we can go about changing this to a multi-day event. So let's suppose this is not a story time, but it's an outdoor rec event, and we're going to add a couple more dates. And so we're going to say the 24th and then the 25th. So it's an all-day event, and we want to group the dates together. Now what we want to do is we want to change the recurrence from weekly to daily, and then we want to change our end date to be, oops, wrong way. We want to change our end date to be that last day. Okay, and then we update this event, and then we'll see our status change in that list view. And it'll take a moment to get us there. Okay, and now we can see that our dates have changed. All-day event. It's recurring daily. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it looks like on the front end. So this is what our visitors would see. So they can now see that this event is happening May 23rd through the 25th. Okay, again, I'm going to use my back button on my browser to go back to that area. Okay, so this is where you'd see the list of your events. So one nice thing here is on the top here, there's a lot of different ways that you can filter this view. So if you want to see all the events that are not approved, you can filter on that. This is what I used to do when I was in the garrison and I had to do the approvals. I'd come in each morning and I would just change it to unapproved, and I can see a listing of all the events that needed to be reviewed. You can also specify, obviously, by your garrison, but maybe by category of event. So lots of different ways that you can filter this view. So let's go back to our dashboard. I just want to again point out that in the Pro Event section, Add Edit is how we got there to that form to add the new event. And List View, List is that list view that we had seen once we created the event. So if you're not sure how to get here, once you've created an event, it's just through the dashboard on that list view. Okay, and this is a good opportunity to point out the breadcrumb trail in the dashboard, so it keeps track of the last few areas that you went to. So if you want to quickly go back to something else, then you can certainly do that. So I can just go click on dashboard and it brings me right back to the dashboard. Okay, so that's how to set up events. A couple notes I just want to make overall for the website is that we do have more and more folks are visiting our websites via mobile device. And so because of that, we want to make sure, again, that our writing is geared towards mobile devices. And if you look at the SOPs, writing for the web, that'll help guide you with that. So basically, it's, you know, put things more in bullet format, don't have long, lengthy paragraphs of information. You also want to make sure those tables are set up the right way so they're viewable no matter which device you're on. And also, you should review all of your content on a mobile device to make sure that it does look proper before you go ahead and you publish your website. So I want to thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, again, give us a call or send us an email and use that support email that we gave to you, mwr.zendesk.com, support@mwr.zendesk.com. Thank you.